Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for Toy Story 5. The pinnacle of Pixar, of course, Toy Story. Everyone loves Toy Story. I love Toy Story for the last 30 years that it's been on. And if you don't love Toy Story, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your loved ones. Stop doing that because you know as well as I do, you love Toy Story. Who doesn't, right? Of course, Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. I even like the fourth one. I know the fourth one was definitely a step down. It was one of those movies like, why make another Toy Story? It was such a perfect trilogy, a perfect ending, that third movie. But they did it anyway, and it was very successful, and I enjoyed it. But it wasn't really up to Toy Story standards when they compare it to itself in the franchise. But here comes the fifth one. You know they make a fifth one. When the last one makes $1 billion, you know there's going to be the inevitable sequel to that. And this will probably make $1 billion as well. But ultimately, listen, I was excited about it, seeing Woody and Buzz and the gang come back one more time here. And I gotta say, listen, after a kind of a rocky start, I mean, I'll be honest, the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know however long in the beginning, I was not really feeling it. It was fine. I love the story, and I get to in a second what they set up. It was amusing, but it was missing something. I don't know why. I felt like Toy Story 4 again. But then the last, I don't know, hour, whatever, the end of the film, towards the end, man, it broke through. It was great. This movie overall is great. I love how it ended. It has those emotional moments, which I'm sure are going to get some folks out there. The laughs were coming in at a much better pace. I was laughing aloud at times. And overall, it just is reminding us how good this franchise is. And it's definitely a step above Toy Story 4 for sure. I'm not sure if it really reaches the other three. Maybe it does. But it's definitely a really well-made, put-together film, which I really enjoy. And I think the audiences are going to love this movie. And they should. This time around, it's more of a Jessie, of course, the cowgirl introduced in Toy Story 2 is more her story here for the most part. I know Buzz and Woody are there, of course, but they're more in the silence. This is her story for the most part. She's now the leader, the sheriff, of course, of the toys, and Bonnie's house. And then they have to go up against technology, which is what I love the concept of this new Toy Story. Because I was thinking, I didn't want to do, oh, here we go again, the toys, and do something new and fresh. And they did an introduction to technology, which is so relevant in today's age. And the old heads like myself, I'm sure many are saying these kids are glued to the screens. That's all they do. There's no interaction and yada, yada, yada. They tackled that head on here. Now you have the old toys versus this technology and what it's doing to the kids and how kids' behaviors are changing accordingly. And now they're really becoming relics. The toys are anyway, and Jesse's fighting against it. And the main phone here is this it's kind of this iPad. They call it Lily Pad that Bonnie gets introduced to help her make friends. And of course, they're being cast off to the side, and I'd have to find a way to help Bonnie and thwart this this new regime with technology, which is pretty much inevitable as we all know. So I definitely like the premise of that, something new and fresh here and very topical, particularly in today's age. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, this adventure they go on, and having you see a lot of the, of course, same characters we used to love, and introducing some new characters as well, which come up pretty good, and more technology based toys or whatever the case is, contraptions, if you will. Really blending in well with the old cast. Overall, I thought that was really good done. I was laughing a lot, particularly the second half of the film. Almost teared up. It almost got me. Almost not quite there. I'm not easy to get when it comes to the water coming down and all that. Not quite there, but I was close, and others were. So I know this is going to hit a lot of people's particular. One couple of scenes towards the end, but one involving Jessie herself, which was really well set up, really tying in the previous Toy Stories and really wrap things up so well. Really enjoyed it. There's an end credit scene there at the end for you guys. But overall, I'm highly recommend this film. This is a must watch if you're a Toy Story fan, and maybe you're supporting the fourth one. That's fair. I think this was going to kind of lift those spirits back and remind you what made this franchise so great, which is why it's the best franchise in animation. It's just it's inarguable at this point, particularly with the success of this one in terms of why I personally thought it was a success. So yeah, run to the theaters, definitely watch it. I'm sure you guys are. The kids are going to want to watch it in droves, and I'm sure you make your parents take it. Of course, they're going to do all that. And yeah, but you're not going to be wasting your time. I think you'd really be pleased with what you see here. It's definitely back to form. So that said, if you guys watch it, comment below, let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.